Hi, ladies. So today I'm going to be walking you through how you can create some graphics for any marketing material that you produce. Okay, so this might be an image that's going to go with an ad that you're putting out. This might be an image that goes with your free lead magnet, or it might just be an image that you're sharing on social media and you want to have a graphic to go with it. Okay, I'm going to walk you through how to do that on Canva, which some of you may or may not have seen from other modules in the program. And Canva is incredible when you want to create some really cool, quirky graphics totally for free. Okay. Now, I'm going to walk you through how to do that using the simple basic version of Canva, so the free version. But you can also purchase the pro version if you would like some additional bonuses, not required at this stage, but an option for you there. So first things first, when you open up canva.com and you click on create a design, this is what you get to. Okay, so this is once you've set up your login details, if you haven't had them already, and you've clicked on create a design. There will be sections about what's recommended for you. Then there will be posts for your social media. There'll be documents, there'll be blogs, there'll be ebooks, and so on. Okay, so lots of things that you can pick from. Now, what we want to do today is look at your social media posts. Okay, so I'm going to take you through creating a Facebook post because I think that's probably the majority where we actually see people using these graphics, and within the program, that's where we see most of us using for our material. So what you do is you click on the button which says Facebook post here, as you can see in the ad they've got at the moment. There's a spring season sale. So you'll click there. It will show you that the dimensions of a Facebook post, which is great to see, but you don't need to make a note of it because it will automatically be summarized there. So once you click on that, it will create a untitled design completely blank for you. Okay. So what you can do is on the left is look at any layouts, if there's layouts that you want to be using, if you want to have a predefined template, or you can create one from scratch. Okay, I'm going to show you how to use a predefined template because they're awesome and it saves you a lot of time. You can use the same features that I talk you through to actually create it from scratch if you want to as well. So basically you'll see on the left it says layouts here. That is where you just pick a template of something that you sort of like the idea of, you like the style of, okay? So depending on what you're creating this image for, you can pick something that's just got a bit of text. You can have something that's more of a photo. It really depends on what you're looking for. What I'm going to do today is talk you through how you can use sort of a simple graphic with a photo and some text on there. So I'm going to use it for a quote that I want to be posting, okay? So you can just scroll through and have a look at what it is you're looking for. So I'm just going to pick one that has an image, a nice photo. Obviously, we can change that. So for example, let's say I was to pick this one here. Now, you'll see along the bottom, it's really important to make a note of the free templates. There are some hidden costed templates within there. You'll be able to see because on the bottom right, there's the thing that says free there. If we go up to a couple, this one above here, you'll see that it's got a little dollar sign, a sneaky dollar sign. Sometimes you can't actually see it. So look up for the free ones if you're on the free version. If you want to go onto a paid version, you can obviously pick any of the templates. What you do is click on that and it will automatically pop up for you. Now, this is just a template to sort of give you an idea of what you can post and what you can put on your graphic, but all of it is completely editable. So if you click on the image, you will see that the image is there, but you can change the filter. So for example, if I wanted it, so at the moment it looks like it's under Cali. If I wanted to change that filter to a different style, if I wanted it to be black and white, for example, if I wanted it to have a particular color, I can change the intensity by using this dial here of that filter, depending on what I want. You can also click on advanced options here at the bottom, which is basically opening up the normal sort of photo editing that you will have seen on other systems. So that's things like brightness, contrast, saturation, tint, blur, and so on, okay? Now, if you are going to be creating, let's say, your brand and you want to have a similar filter on all of your photos, all you need to do is find the structure you like, the edit you like, and that will create a filter code for you, which is at the bottom here. You can copy this and use it for Canva on any photo in Canva, okay? Caveat there that it is only in Canva. But if you're creating lots and lots of things in Canva, let's say you're creating a photo, a graphic for your posts, let's say you're creating a brochure, your business cards, whatever it might be, you can copy and paste that filter code and it will automatically, no matter what photo it is, apply the same filter. So it's great when you're looking at having a consistent brand throughout everything. So once you've done that, you can just click on it. I don't particularly like this one, but we'll just pick a different one. Okay, let's go with this. So this is now showing my image with that particular filter. If I wanted to change that image, all I need to do is click on it and click the delete button, and you'll see that there is what they call a frame here, which looks like a bit like a cartoon with clouds. That is basically saying that anything you drag, it will automatically create a frame around that, will automatically fit it to that size. Okay, so let's say you wanted to find a new photo. Go down to elements along the top, along the side there, and the first thing you'll see is free photos. So click on the free photos piece, and there are loads, millions and millions and millions of free photos that you can use. Okay, so you just have to pick one. Now, if there's something particular you want, you can type it in here. So if I wanted to have something with people, let's say, I can type it in there, click enter, and it will give me all of the free things. Now, it'll give you all of the free icons and photos. Okay, so if you're looking for something particular, you can search it, and it will really simplify what you're looking for. Now you'll see here, this is a great example where this is a pro feature. So you can only use this picture if you've paid for the pro, which is the little icon there with the crown. You'll see the other ones that say free. If you're on the free version, obviously tick a box with the free. So if I have a look here, let's say I want to put this image, for example. Now you'll see this isn't with the pro, but it is costly. It has $1 attached to it. So if I was to click that and drag it across to my frame, it automatically fit in the right size, but you'll see it's got lines across it, which means I need to pay for it before I use it. Okay, so that just gives you an example when there's a paid version there. So let's say I wanted to use this free one. So again, I drag it across and it automatically fits the frame. So you don't have to go copying or messing around with that. So that's the image I want. If I wanted to add another photo or icon, I can go back to elements and I can either pick another photo. I can pick frames if there's a particular style I want to use. So frames are basically just segments that will have photos in them. So you can drag and drop them exactly the same way that you would drag and drop your photo. Okay, so let's say I wanted to, I'll remove this frame to show you. So if I delete the photo, there I've got the frame, then I need to delete the frame. So it's deleting it twice. And then let's say I find a frame that I quite like. So maybe for this particular ad or graphic, I want to use an iPhone image. Okay, so I drag and drop that. So it's showing me now an iPhone, and I can type in the image. I can actually put in the image there. So again, I go back to free photos. I find an image that I like. So I think I'm going to go for the ice cream this time. Drag it in and it fits directly into the frame. Okay, so super, super easy. So let's stick with that. So I want to have a look at my iPhone. I'm just going to make sure it's centered. So if you have a look there, you can see it will automatically center it for you. It will also do the same if you want to put it directly in the center. It will tell you, oh, there you are, Chloe. There it is. You're in the center. But I want to have it to the side. So I'm going to pop it in there. And you can also pick your colors. So at the moment, it's coming up with gray. I can have, and it's the outline of the phone here, you can see is changing color. So I can have it black, I can have it blue, I can have it purple, I can have it pink. Okay, I'm going to go with pink just to be fun. And that's pretty much what I want my iPhone to look like. Now, perhaps I wanted to have a background. You know, I don't really like the white iPhone and the white background. So what I can do is I'm going to click on back onto free photos, and I'm just going to go into shapes. Okay, I'm just going to go for a plain square shape. I'm just going to drag it across, and you can drag using the arrows like you would on any other photo editing software. I'm just going to drag it to the edges, and there you are. Now, at the moment, it's at the front. So what I need to do is go to Arrange, which is one of the many options you have along the top. Click Arrange. It's showing me that it's right at the front now because you can't go any further forward. As you watch very carefully as I click back, because you'll see a few little lines appear just here, which will show me where it is. So if I click back, now you can see there's 3 dots and it's now in the middle. If I click back again, it's now gone even further back. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, as you can see, I actually don't really like this because the iPhone is totally see-through. Okay. So actually I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete the frame, and there we go. Okay. So let me just go back and pick a new frame. So I think I'm going to go for the other iPhone this time, which I believe I can change the color of the background. So this one looks a bit smaller, which is fine, but I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. And there we go. So the difference with this one is that this one I can actually change the color of. See, it's black at the moment. If I want it to be pink, I can make it pink, and so on. So I'm going to make it white, or I think I might add my own color. So what you can do is click on the little plus sign there. And if you have the hex code, you can type it in there. If not, you can just play around and see what you like. Now I'm going to have it, I think I'm going to go for like a light pinky color, if I can get a nice light pinky color. Okay, so do I want to go yellow? Let's go a little bit yellow. So at the moment, that's going to be the color I'm going to pick. And if I click this little plus sign again, it automatically remembers it in the system for me there. So back to where we were before, back to elements, goes to the top, click it again. Click photos, it all disappear for you. Now I want to find my ice cream again. So here we go, drag and drop, done. Okay, as you can see, that is where we are. Now with my black background. So colors are all good. I'm happy with the image. I'm happy with the frame. Now I want to look at the text. Okay, so this at the moment is a mid-year Don't care, don't want that. So I can either change this text. So you can see at the moment, this text has a number of sections. So you've got a section at the top here with this little dots there. So you can delete that and specifically change that text there. Or you can go to this section. You see the lines around the edges have now turned up and have shown it's a different part of the text box. I can type this, change that in there. And then finally, there's another piece at the bottom here, which again, I can change to whatever I like, okay? You will see there is a little icon here, see? Now, what if I don't like this icon? What if I don't want it, okay? All I'm gonna do is click it and click delete, okay? Now, what if I don't like this text box at all? Totally fine. Again, click delete. Or you can just click the trash button up here, okay? Just top right. So that's what I'm gonna do. When you click it, it'll give you an option and it'll say either delete element or delete the group, okay? So I'm gonna delete the whole thing, okay? I'm gonna delete the whole group. If I wanted to just delete that element, it would mean that the text is still there, but the text has gone through, but the box is still there. So now I need to find some other text. So I just need to click on the text box, which is the next one down here. And I've got a number of options. One, they give you so many free already organized options. So if you don't really know what you want, but you know you want a happy birthday or you know you're doing a certificate, whatever, there's already stuff written for you, okay? I'm not going to do that. I've got an option. I can add a heading, a subheading, or a little bit of body text. I'm going to add a heading and it'll automatically add it for you there. I'm going to just put it in the right place so that it doesn't annoy me later. And I'm going to decide what colors I want. So at the moment, it's a very dark gray and I can't really see that. So again, along the top in the menu, you'll have your font. So you can pick your fonts that you want to use. I'm going to use Allura for this particular one because that's part of my brand. You can change the size. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. I'm going to keep it big. Change the color again. So again, you'll see that the yellow has stayed here because that's already what we've got in our system, but we can change that to another color. We can add a new color and so on. I'm going to keep that pink because I think it looks quite cool. With Allura, you can't make it bold or italic, okay? But if I was to pick another font, it will automatically change it. And sometimes you can use bold or italic. It really depends on what type of font you're looking at. So focus on a font that you like / is in your brand, okay? Make sure it's on point and you can change the alignment. You can make it capitals, you can make it lowercase, you can make bullets and so on, okay? Spacing is super important when you're looking at your brand because you have the spacing between the letters. So if you want them to be really spread out, you just move that dial. If you want them to be really close together, for Allura, I usually use -20 because I just like the way it all overlaps. Now, if this was on different lines, you'd also need to change the line height, see? So you can make it go closer together, you can make it further away. Also just, I don't know if you're one of those sort of people, I used to be, where I would actually put more enters in between to space it out, but you don't need to do that with Canva, you can just have it normal, okay? So I'm just gonna put it back to 1. If I can make the dial move proper. Okay, so that is all you need to know there. Now I need to work out what my text is gonna be. So I'm gonna put, there's always time for a treat. Okay, that's going to be my quote for today, for whatever ad or whatever content I am sharing. So I'm going to put that in the middle here. And I actually want to have it a slightly different layout. So I'm going to make it alignment change. And I'm going to put it up here. Now, you'll see at the moment, this is, the layout looks quite cool. I'm going to make it a bit bigger just so that you can read it a bit better. Okay, so that is my content at the moment. Again, all of this is totally editable and you can use it however and wherever you like. Now, one thing is missing for me, okay? And that is going to be my logo, because any content that you share, whether it's marketing material external, whether it's internal, whether it's Facebook, offline, anywhere, you need to make sure that has your stamp on it, and that is your logo. Okay. So the way you will do that is you go to uploads, and you will upload your own image, and it will come up with various things that you can upload. So you can go to where your logo is and click that. Okay. You need to make sure you upload it in the transparent PNG file. Okay. So if you have a look here, you can see I've got my Success Academy logo in white there already in here, and you can see the background is transparent. So whether I put it on the ice cream, whether I put it on the black, you can still see the background. It's completely see-through. It's completely transparent. So what I need to do is just make this bit smaller, and I'm going to put, I'm not going to move that because it's got a bit small. It's quite difficult to move it. Okay. And then I'm going to put it in here. So this is telling me that that is the best place for it to center it. And that is my ad. Okay. Now, let me just run you through a couple of things we haven't been through. Now, first of all, I've shown you how to add photos. You've also got shapes we can add. I mentioned you've got lines, you can illustrate it, you can use icons. So there's so many different features in Canva that will help you. So let's say you wanted to add a $sign, or you wanted to add a tick, or you even wanted to add the Facebook logo, the Instagram logo, or anything. Let's say you wanted to add a star because it's an offer, perhaps. I'll add a star very quickly. Okay, so you'll see that it comes in the colors already there. I'm just going to make sure the spacing is right, and you can edit the colors along the top here. So the red is on the inside and the navy is on the outside. So I'm going to make it, I want to do pink on the inside, and I'm going to use my yellow on the outside. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. And that's how I've added a star in there as an icon. You can add, there is millions and millions. Okay. So you can just pick what you like and add it in there. Now, I feel like there is something missing here. So what I think I'm going to do is add another shape just to sort of spice it up and give it a little bit more. So I'm going to go to shapes, and I'm actually going to pick one that's just an outline. Okay, because I want something extra. So let me just have a look. So we have an outline here, which I quite like the look of. And that is just a circular edged, curved edge shape here. So all I'm going to do is just make that a little bit closer there, and I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to see what it looks like in yellow. Now, I don't really like how thick that is. Okay, the best way to change it is to make it smaller, so you see the line's thickness change, and then manually stretch it either side. So this was something that I learned very quickly when I was doing a lot of the work with the marketing mega project, when I was doing the worksheets. So all you need to do is make that in there and pop it in there. Now, you will see you're thinking, hang on a minute, why is she not filling the whole space? Because what I want to do is I'm now going to make it all center. So I highlight the whole thing, and I'm just going to move it into center until it tells me that it's in the center, which I don't think it will because of the black background. So I'm just going to hold the black background and put that back in the middle. And that looks like it is centered, but let's just have a look until it tells me. There we go. So that is now center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch this out again, just so I can make sure that it's definitely in the right place. The black looks like it's hovering a little bit. And now, this was a great example. So did you see there, I tried to move the image, but actually the shape moved. So what that meant was that this outline, the shape, is on top of the image. So what we need to do is make sure it moves to the back. Again, I'm going to go up to arrange, and I'm going to click back, okay, until I can see. You see now there's more dots because we've got more there. I'm going to move it to the second one down. So watch it as it goes behind the black. So now I know it's at the back, and I'm going to move it back up one. Okay. Then all I'm going to do is move this along. And I'd also like to move these pieces along. So I'm just going to move that there, move this along, and there we are. And I think this could probably be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to make this 96, and I'm going to move my star down. And there we go, guys. That is my graphic. Okay, so that is it. That is how simple and easy it can be. And there are so many different options that you can do. Okay, so what I haven't talked you through, the top bar here is super important. So when you click on file, you have a number of different options. Always click save, okay? Sometimes when you edit things, at the moment it's saying all changes saved. That's amazing. But sometimes if I move things, it now tells me unsaved changes because it auto saves, but not that frequently, okay? So Before you do anything with your graphic, make sure that you click save. So saving, now all changes are saved. You can make a copy of the graphics. Let's say you really like it, but you want to play around with a different design using that. You can do that. Make a copy and it will automatically save this one and create a copy and open it as well. So you can have both open. If you want to resize it, now I don't know why you would, because we know this is the right size for Facebook because that was the template. But if you wanted to resize it, you'll need to upgrade to the Pro version. Again, not necessary for this thing. Again, there's the button to resize. You can undo and redo at any stage in the process. And if you need me support, you can click help. This here is the title. So I'm going to call it, There's Always Time for a Treat Image. Okay, click done. So that's going to be saving there. I can share that now directly with people. So I can either share it with my team, I can email it to myself, I can share it directly on Facebook, I can add a link to it, and so on and so on. Okay, so there's so many things you can do. You can download it directly. Now it's going to give you an option for PNG, JPEG, PDF. Always go PNG, it just saves better. And if you do have the Pro version, you can also have a transparent background. Not really necessary when you're doing something like this, but sometimes quite useful. And all you need to do is click download. It will then start preparing my design and it will pop up on my downloads when it is ready. And there we go. There is my final design. Okay, that's pretty much everything in Canva. You can order prints and you can share with other people if you have a team on Canva, but not necessary right now. So guys, that is how you create a piece of image or a graphic that goes with your promo post or your free lead magnet or plainly just a quote that you're going to put on Facebook. Okay. Any questions, as always, I welcome them. Just let me know. And I hope you enjoy creating your next graphic.